know that I came in and I love FRX, right? I was like, FRX, FRX. It wasn't until I seen this guy and he was like, no, what are you doing? HFX. We outside. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. He was like, no, what are you doing? HFX. So I was like, all right, bro, I'm going to let you show me the game. I'm going to let you teach me the way. And this is someone that I trust enough to put in front of my team. You guys deserve to hear from other people. You deserve to get the sauce from other places. So I will never keep that from you. So I want to give a warm welcome to my guy, Platinum DP. Drop those sevens in the chat, family. Keep dropping those sevens. Welcome him to the call. Make him feel love. Show him the love. Show him the light. Show him the energy, right? Show him that. Keep the sevens moving. He's not going to come on until he feels the energy, right? If you're on Instagram, if you're scrolling, if you're talking to your kids, if you got the TV on, go ahead and get off the call now, because this call is not for the curious, right? It's for the serious. DP, you got it, bro.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Oh man. Whew, what a day. Like literally, let me give you some background, right? So I'm in AZ right now. Well, first of all, I'm actually on tour. Let's backtrack. I'm actually on tour, and I ended up having to like drop everything I was doing on tour to pull up to AZ for Mr. Banks and Darwin, right? You know, they're giving me a blueprint that's gonna help me not only get to the next level, but we have some things in the works, you know, on the corporate end. We have some things that go live happening. So, you know, there's a lot of things that are about to happen over these next few months. So now it's about, you know, to be prepared, right? All about preparation, right? So here I am. Today we went out on the yacht, big boat, whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm 3 hours behind. I definitely got this call to do. I'm like, yo, somebody get me off this boat. Get me off this boat because I'm not going to reschedule. Because last week I did the call and I had just got to ATL. And I'm like, damn, I'm always doing calls while I'm traveling. And I'm like, yo, this is a bit crazy. So what I'm gonna do today, guys, is we're gonna go over a few things, right? I'm gonna show you everything you need to understand from a trading view standpoint, right? I'm gonna also show you everything from a compound. I know we talked about it, but I still want to just go over it just in case you guys have any questions. I know personally I had to rush off the call because I had the huge itinerary last week, and that's why I said I had to round. I'm like, nah, we already got to do a part two, just because I want you guys to also ask questions, right? The way I learn is by asking questions, and you know that's something that's super important, and something that's completely different, across the board, right? So really just having that Q&A development to see how things work, to see how organizational you can move with trading, right? So let me get into it. Let me share my screen. Hopefully it might be a little noisy in the back. If it gets too crazy, I'll definitely put my headphones on. So what I'm gonna do, let me share my screen. But hopefully you guys had an amazing week. Man, I'll tell you, my week for me has been crazy. Hopefully you guys are buying into your cryptos. Like I'm telling you, like that's something you guys want to do. I'm gonna give you some sauce actually, right? You guys on the call, Rhonda, if you don't mind, if it's okay, I could drop a little crypto sauce for them to really look at as well.
You got it,
Like, you feel me? I'm all about sharing the wealth, right? So real quick, right? I want to show you guys one of the things that you guys can start to capitalize on right now. Let me share my screen. Let me get it up here. Either scan. Just a few things I want you guys to look at. And I'm not telling you this is something you should do, but this is what I have people on my team. I've been dropping in my chats like, yo, guys, if you're not buying these coins, if you're not putting $50, $100 in, you guys are kind of not, maximizing your potential. End of the day, you guys join this academy for what? Information, right? So information is valuable based on two different things, right? How you receive it and what you do from it, right? So real quick, before we get into it, one of the coins that I'm heavily invested into is called Sushi, right? You can get it on Uniswap. You can take a screenshot. You can go to Sushi Swap to be able to purchase that coin. Another coin that I got into, and I think it literally just rose up today. Yes, it was Kishu. This was at about maybe $600 a few days ago. Yeah, and I'm at almost 89. Yeah, about $600. So now it's at about 1738. That's another coin you guys want to look into is Kishu, right? And like part of the reason I'm gonna explain, XRP is also another beautiful look that you guys might want to take a look at as well. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because guys, you're supposed to be able to trade for multiple purposes, and from a trading standpoint, right? Okay, hold on, my screens are still loading. Give me a sec. From a trading standpoint, hold up. Let me know when you guys can see my screen. Hold up. Hold on, my bad, guys. Hold on, let me disconnect. I got the big screen like this, like a whole panoramic screen. So I think when I just try to share my screen, it just like phased out. All right. Oh no, I got it. All right, man. So all right, back to what I was saying. So we got, for example, XRP, right? Currently, you're gonna see a huge retracement is happening in the market on cryptos, right? So now is your time to really capitalize on and start to get your DeFi coins, start to get your altcoins. Like I said, the whole point of being a part of the academy is to get different sources of income, right? So I know I'm on here to talk about HFX, but I'm telling you, like, hey, listen, there's a lot of money in cryptos, and you guys can put $100, $200 and nothing crazy, $50, $100 into some of these coins and just sit on them, right? If you put $1,000 into Shiba, a few weeks ago, you could have made X amount. So it's about just staying ahead, and like those are the two coins I'm really focusing on right this moment, right? So you got that extra sauce, I'm glad I'm recording this so I could drop it to my team as well. So they'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, blah, blah, blah. You feel me? But all right, so let's get into it, right? And I want you guys to be able to unmute yourselves because that is the epitome of, what's happening here. That's the epitome of trading. This is where it starts, right? Right in the trenches when it comes to compounding, risk management, and really developing the skill set, right? So we didn't get to go over this last week, right? And I wanted to break this down on a broker by broker level, right? So the average person, starts an account with $500, right? Your goal is initially 3 to 4% daily. You're doing this for a term of 60 to 90 days, right? Your reinvestment rate is 100%, right? And this includes the weekends? No, because you don't want to trade on the weekends, right? So relatively, we see these numbers work out. You have $500, right? You compound your account, you follow your principal trades on how much you're risking, so what this means is, and I'll bring up another screen just so we can talk about it in terms of like what you punch into your broker, right? Give me a second. All right, this is loading. Just so I can show you just how to play these numbers when you're placing the trade, right? Give me a second. Let this load up. Let this load up. All right. So let me know when you guys can see this new screen before I go into it, right? This thing's loading. Market's probably a little choppy right now. Let this load, right? All right, so we got our broker, right? So before we get into the charts, right, the key to compounding is understanding what these numbers in this box mean, right? So whether you're on Matty Pips, whatever you're doing, 3, 4, 5 minute, whatever time frame you're doing, that's pretty cool, right? But remember that number that said principal, right? So the way this works, right, and I'm going to bring up a note sheet so I can actually write it out for you guys, is you have to understand your risk to reward, right, when it comes to compounding. I realize some people have this trouble sometimes because they don't necessarily understand a way to duplicate, right? And when I talk about duplication, I'm talking about how many trades you can take at a certain period of time and also remain profitable, right? So I'm going to write down some rules that I want to go over with you guys, right? And it's going to be, I'll put in the notes right here, right? So real quick, right, we got our rules, right? So if our principal risk, right? So principal is $20, right? If we're risking $20, right? That means my return is expected to be $34, right? Everyone agree with that? Everyone agree? Everyone agree? Just drop a one if you agree. Let me know that you guys are here with me. Drop a one if you agree. All right, bet. So our new return is $34. So if you ever notice on the next trade, what it tells you to risk, this is a little cheat code that you guys can calculate on, right? So we go back here, right? And now our next trade, after we use risk our $20 and we win, we actually have more money. We have $534 in reality. So when you go here and you risk your next day, right? Instead of risking that 2080, what you guys can do is you can actually start to risk your profit, right? Because what this is going to start to do is it's going to start to increase your compound numbers tremendously, right? And that's one thing I know I have some of my people on my team focus on. So now look, that $34 you risk right now gives you a return of 25, because in reality, you're not going to win every trade, but if you can put yourself in a position, right, to capitalize over your profit, if you do a $34 trade and you make your profit of $25, you now have made $59, right? So now you go over here, and then your new principal, right, is 34, and your profit, right, is 69. Now, drop a one, 59. Drop a one if you guys have done this before, right, when you compound. I just want out of curiosity, right? And drop a two if you have not done that compounding, right? Okay. One, two, one. Okay, bet. And the reason why I'm asking is because I want you guys to really see how the numbers drastically change, right? So this is my third trade, my principal, right? Every time I write principal, this is the number of trades, right? So now my new trade is $59, right? So if I go back to the screen and I type in 59, right, it's going to give me a profit margin of 43. Right, so that profit, now I have $102, right? And now this is start to turn into all profit. So that 59 becomes $102. So your account after three trades should be 102 plus 59 plus 34, right? Which is 195. So you're up $195 in three trades. Now let's go back to the compound plan and let's break it down on what it says on the compound plan. See, on the compound plan, for you guys to be up $195, you have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have to go through 9 trades, right, to basically be up $195. So you see how when you cut the numbers down and just trade off of your profit, instead of just principal, trade with your principal and profit, you cut your numbers down in terms of accuracy. So if it takes us, look, if we do it like this, 3 trades, right, is principal and profit, that's $95. That's $195, right? Now, if it's 9 trades of just principal, this is going to take you just a little bit longer to make $195. So what ends up happening is a lot of people can't grow past their small account. And this is what I was trying.
You guys switch your screen, bro.
Oh shit, my bad. Oh yeah, I got you. Good looks. So many screens, man. All right. So, all right, bet. You guys can see it? All right, cool. So your 3 trades and what I just showed you by risking your principal, and I'll write it out for you, principal and profit, which is principal and profit. It allows you to cut down the market. Now, how many of you guys believe you'll be more accurate with 3 trades than with 9? Just drop a 1 if you agree with that. Right? Most of you should be able to say yes, because it's a lot easier, right? It's 10 times easier when you're taking less trades, because that's what trading is all about. It's about in and out of the market, and with the less trades, how you can maneuver, right? So let's duplicate these numbers, right? So if I do if I said 6 trades, right? For me to do 6 trades divided by 3 is 2 sessions, for example. And if I was to do it with 9, that's basically 18. Wow. 18 trades. And that's 2 sessions. So as you start to compound, this is where people seem to have a problem. And Morel, I'm gonna mute you so you can ask your question. But check this out. In 2 sessions, for me to, if I was to make 195 per session, right? Just following that for the week, I'd be up about $390. Now, if I was to do 18 sessions, 18 trades in 2 sessions, that's about 9 trades a pop, 9 trades a session. To just make $390, where's the more risk? The more risk, in reality, I know it's a backwards look, is in the more trades you take. Every trade you take is a risk, right? So if you're taking a risk, that's one thing. If you're taking a larger risk over multiple trades, you're more than likely gonna not compound your account correctly, right? Because look, if we really were to count back over here and say, all right, how do we get $500 to $1,000? Let's see how many trades it's gonna take. It's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, wow, 17, right? 17 just off of following this, right? Now, if we were to backtrack and just go off of our profits from our trades directly here, right? It would take us way less than 17. It would probably take us maybe 6 or 7, right? Because that's the whole point of understanding the difference in compounding, right? When you break out the numbers that way, that's something that's completely different, right? So that's something I want you guys to keep in mind as well when compounding. So someone had a question. I think it was Morel. Let me see if I can find you. I'm gonna ask.
I'm here. I can unmute myself. Hey, thank you. Okay, so can you go back to your notes?
Yes.
All right. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding this. So you started with $500 account. You're compounding it, and based off of the percentage payout, right? That's where you got the 34. Like if you're risking $20,
yes,
that's the part that I you lost me at.
Yes, because look, for example, right? If I type in $20 right here, my return on this trade, my profit is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this is my payout percentage.
So now, 14 plus 20 is the where the 34 came from.
Right, exactly. Now every pair is different. So right now he's paying out 74, but let's say I was on GBP AUD, right? Now my payout's $12 because it's only 60% rather than 74. But personally, for me, I only take trades that are 70% or higher. Mm-hmm. Because remember, everything is risk to reward. So for me taking a trade that's under 70%, I'm putting myself at risk. Because if I was to say, let me do $1,000, right, to make 740, that's way better than doing $1,000 to make $600. That's almost close to 50%.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then can you go back to your notes again?
I got you.
Okay, and so you're risking 20, you got that 14 in profit, so total that's 34 you made off of that single trade, right?
Correct.
Okay, so then the next time you're saying you risk 34 to make the 59 total, and you continue to do that.
Correct.
Okay.
So, and I'll label it just for better presentation, right? So this is how it would look. First trade, right? I'm risking $20. I win my trade. I make my $20 plus My principal plus my profit is $34. My next trade, I'm gonna risk my principal and profit, which will be $34. So now $34 at that 70 something percent, if I win, will give me a payout of 59. So what usually most people do is they separate their profit from their principal, but meaning they have to take more trades on a principal level, right? But that's not the best way to compound, because if you put $5,000 in the account, for example, you don't want to take 19 trades to make $2,000.
Right.
Because the reality of it is you can look for 1, 2, 3, 4 setups, but to find 18 setups in a week, that's a little crazy. Let alone you have to win every trade to be that accurate. Right. You can win 3 trades back to back, you know? And I'm going to show you how to combat. Like if you lose one, then you go and you now you start to calculate your percentage.
So can you say that again?
No, so like if you were to lose one, then you're able to recalculate your percentage.
Okay.
Right, but the whole point is when it comes to compound, you got to think of it like HFX is a race, right, guys? So you're racing to the bank. So if you're racing, hold on, what's up? Yo, so you're racing to the bank, right? To capitalize as fast as possible. So you want to do that in the least amount of trades, because let's say if you were to look at, if you're 70% accurate, right? Out of 100 trades, right? That means you won 70 trades and you lost 30 trades, right? Right, out of 100 trades taken. So now many of you, and this was me before, I've taken 100 trades and I've been 70% accurate, but I didn't make as much money as I possibly could. And it's like I got to keep trading. But I was like, yo, how can I just hop on 3 to 4 sessions a week, maybe get 6, 7, 8 trades in a week and make my percentage? And I realized I gotta risk my profit. Because eventually, as your profits keep going up, right, now you're $195 profit. So let's say we came down here and we did $195 profit, right? Instead of still doing the principal, which your compound plan is showing you, because look, when you make $195 profit, let's go back to the compound, right? It does not give you the green light to put down $195 in the trade.
Right.
You put down $195 on the trade when you get to, oh wow, literally the 59th day. Look at the irony of that. So what you're able to do in your 3rd, 4th day or session, it cuts down trying to do it on your 59th trading day. So this is from today, right? So you want to risk your final principal at $195 on the 59th day? You want to do that August 11th? No, you do not. And that's what I realized, where it was like, I mean, this is a safe way, but this is not the best way for compound. Like, don't get me wrong, this works, but it's like, in reality, I've back tested this and I'm like, bro, 60 days to make $5,000 is like, that's insane. That's literally just insane to try to do that. And in reality, think about it, right? If I lose, for example, I lose a $20 trade, cool. My next trade still got to be $20, right? Or I have to reduce my percentage instead of 4% to 2%. So now that's what, $10? Yeah. So now my next trade. So now I got to win 2 of these trades just to make back that one loss. How many times are you gonna? Not saying you guys, that sounds a little aggressive, but how many times would you want to go back and forth? You know what I'm saying? That's like, damn, bro. So imagine you made $100, right? And then now you lost $100, and then it's like they're telling you gotta take 10 trades to get back to 100. What? In reality, you just keep looping around. So what I realized is that when you know more or less what you're willing to risk, you're gonna be more confident, right? So check this out, right? So now we're talking about a bigger number. Let's say $195, right? Is your risk. So you're risking $195, right? $195 to make $144. That's 339, right? So I'm gonna show you something real quick. This is where you start to develop your skill set. So you got 195 profit, you're risking, right? To make 339, which is your profit and principal. Now check this out. When you start to get to these bigger numbers, always divide them by 4. You can divide it by 3 or 4. So 195 by 3 or 195 by 4. Because guys, we do not want you to take that big risk in one shot. Because if you do 195 by 3, that is 3 trades at $65. Or 195 divided by 4 is 4 trades at $48. $48.75, right? Now check this out. The $65 you risk, let's go back to our screen. If you lose it, you still have, right? Let's say I lose this trade. If I lose it, I still have almost $120 something left to leverage. But see, where people make a mistake is they're gonna risk the whole 195 and they lose that trade. They just lost all their profit. So as your profit number starts to get in the hundreds, you want to start to divide them so that now you can take multiple entries or multiple trades. That's when you divide your trades, that's something you want to write down. You want to either take multiple, right? So multiple entries or multiple trades, right? So what that means, I can get 4 entries, I can get 3 entries. So I can sell it at, let's say price was at 374. I can sell it at 374, 376, 379 versus that one sell at 374. Because what if I get spiked, or what if I need more time and I forget to roll over? You telling me that's it? I just threw away all my profit? Or I can do multiple trades within my profit. Because look, regardless of it, after those 3 trades, you should be at 339. Now 339, right, is what your profit is, well, your principal, and now we're looking for your new profit and principal, right? So let's see what that is. And this is how I've been able to really stack on accounts and go crazy, because it's like all I'm doing is risking profit. But as I get to these bigger numbers, 339, right, is plus 251 is $590. Now that's $600. So that's $600, right? This is, look, 590, right? So what this is that I now have $590 profit. At that point, I'm way past that $500 account at that point, right? Just keep that in mind. Like if you were to really add it up, how much you are. Yeah. So 590, right? That's that's your new principal and profit, right? 590. Now my 590, I divide that by 3 or 4, whatever, I divide it by 4. Now that comes into 4 trades at 147.50. You see how that works? And this is always going to be your profit that you're risking. So you start to make money quicker and faster. Now that's one technique you guys can use, but are there any questions so far? Hello?
So you're basically, let's say on that $500 account, right? What is your risk? Is it like 3%, 2%, like
4%.
4% risk?
Yeah, because once you get out the initial bracket, right, of your, because look, 4%, you're at $20. 2-3%, you're not really moving anywhere. But look, after you win your first trade, remember your profit is your profit. So you're technically still risking your same 4%. You're just risking the $20 plus the 14. You get what I'm saying? So nothing changes. Look, even at the 59, you're risking the $20 plus the 34 type shit, whatever the math comes down to. Right? You're only risking your profit, your principal. All this is, guys, is a cheat code for you to what? Come back to here. Look, instead of doing these little, here. Instead of walking backwards, right? Right? And you got $500 in your account. What happens is instead of just risking, now you have 520, not counting your profit, you have 534. So your next trade is going to be your $20.80 plus your profit. That number is going to get you from 534 to 570 something. So all you're doing is you always remain in your 4%, but you risk your profit. And that's why when you get your profit higher on numbers, you divide it.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. That makes sense.
Do you ever increase the division? Like, say you get to the point where you divide it and you're still over $100. Do you divide it again, or you just divide it once?
Personally, for me, I divide it once, but it's up to, I say it's up to you. Okay. What you're more comfortable with, right? So if you're more comfortable with, think about it. If you're $300 over in profit and you're risking that, so you have about, you're now in 300, 400, 500, right? Now that you have that, right? If you take the next step, right, and say, you know what, hey, I want to really break this down and just compound off of this, you can break that down into 5, 6, 7 trades. Mm-hmm. But remember, the less trades are better, but it's all on comfortability because if you're up 400 or 500, you're going to also have your certain amount of turnovers done, right? If you took the bonus, you're lit because now you're getting more rep trades. And then now you're going to be able to withdraw and you have that extra leverage of your bonus. Because remember, this was all off of just $500. What if you took the bonus and now you have $1,000? You just change the ball game on how quick you can compound your money. So now your numbers are going to be, instead of $40 after, so check this out real quick, right? That $40 on that 70% on that risk right here, right? Let's go back to here real quick. Right now you're at 40 and profit 30. So now you're at 70, right? So now you have $70 secured. Now your next trade is going to be $70. 70 plus 5 is 120. Now you got 121 on your third trade. 121 plus 89 is basically what? I'm gonna just say 210, right? Or something like that. Yeah, 210. Now you got 210 to play with. 210 plus 155 is 355. How many trades is that, guys? 4 trades. Mm-hmm. But your account has grown massively throughout that. So that's the whole point of how you want to duplicate when it comes to compounding, because you want to be able to look at it and say, how can I make X amount of dollars in X amount of time? Right? That's the key. Right? It's like traditional Forex where it's like, all you need is 20 pips a day. You ever heard that saying, like, all you need as a trader is 20 pips? That's literally what that means. It's like, hey, listen, I need 20 pips and we're in and out of the market. We got the bag secured and that's what we're running with. Right? So now I'm gonna show you even another trick you guys can do. Let me go back to this guy Abdul. If I was to do that, I had to open it to the whole team. If y'all don't believe me, y'all see my group chat right now. No cap. Look, this is my group chat. Look, this is my leadership chat. Look, I'm dead ass. They're on my case right now. I'm responding to them later. That's how I looked at my phone. Right? Look. Oh, well, maybe I'm misinformed. Look, literally, that's what it says. So I'm not I'm telling you, man, I gotta, it's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I'd be violating that at that point, and I can't do that. But let me, yo, Tim, can you be quiet, bro? Fuck, all right, so the next thing I'm about to show you guys, right, is how you can express compound. Right? And this, depending on how you use this, can really, like, I don't necessarily always advise this, but check this out, right? I practiced it a little bit. It's really how you can just, 15 trades, really get into a few thousand, right? So I'm gonna write this out for you guys. Let me share the screen again. All right, bet. So now we're gonna talk about, this is what I call elite compounding. And this is where you can focus, whether it's on cash trap or, if you have a trading session, whatever it is, this is where you have elite compounding, right? And this is why I said there's so many levels to this shit. It's crazy, right? So you got $500 in the account, right? Your risk is, let's say 2%, right? What changes is from here, right? 2%, that's what's that, 10 bucks? So you're risking $10. So $10 at 70%. This is where you keep your percentage, right? You're gonna come back with, that's 17 bucks, right, guys? 17, right? Am I bugging? Yeah, 17, right? That's 17. Now, what you guys are going to do, right, is it's the same step, but this is how you can do this on a smaller account basis. And this is for really testing your accuracy, right? So that 17, you're gonna go after, right, and do 70% again, right? Right, 17 at 70%. What is that, guys? That's what, like 29, 30. I'm gonna say $29, right? 28 something. We just put 29, right? Now I got $29, right? Similar to what I was showing you up here, but this is how you focus on really hyper jumping. Yeah. So now this is trading days. So before I showed you what you can do for trading sessions, now we're talking about trading days. There is a difference because what you're doing per day is 3 trades a day, right? And I'm gonna break down how that looks on a profit end as well, right? So let's get back to it. So, right? So then my third trade is gonna be $29. I'll put, no, it's 28, at 70%, right? That's 100, what is that? 20 plus 20, 49. Okay, bad. So that's 49, 13. Cool. All right. So this is doable, right? Drop a 1 if you guys think this is doable, right? For day one. For day one. Drop a 1, all right? 3 trades, cool. So now your profit, right, is you always want to calculate the value of what you do a day by 10%, right? So this is what we call 10% profit scaling, right? So profit 10% scaling. So now what that means is you're going to take the $49.13 times 10%, which is how much, right, guys? That's $4.91, right? You said, what if you lose the first trade? Like the first one? Well, no. So, I mean, if you lose a trade, you still have to compound. You're still gonna have to risk. So it always resets, but this should be your objective goal. Because even if you win the 2 trades and lose your next trade, you're still in your risk percentage, right? As long as you don't go over 5% a day on risk, like you can't lose more than 5%. You lose more than 5%, you just stop trading for that day. Because in reality, if there's 20 trading days in a month, right, at 5% risk, right, that means it would take you 20 days to blow your account. Now, if you blow your account in 20 days, obviously before you get to blowing your account, after 10 days, which would be 50% of your account, you should want to ask someone like, hey, listen, maybe I'm doing something wrong or I'm not getting something, because you're risking your account risk is 5%. Now, if you're risking 10%, you would, after 5 days, never get your account below half, right? That's always the goal. But that's why whatever you're risking, what I'm showing you is off of 2%. So that even if you lose a trade, you can lose another trade that's another 2%, and then you still have 1% left. So all these numbers are just interchangeable, right, for you guys. But I started off with 2% because over here is a little bit different because this is off of 4%. But if you want to really get precise, because this is going to be a bigger jump, your risk is 2%. So your risk is almost half. but when it's half, you can skip numbers quicker, right? So out of your 2% risk, right, you got your $49 for the day and you take off 10%, right? So now you're gonna go back to your principal of your $10, add it to your profit, which is $14.91, right? So 10 plus 40, what is it? $10 plus $4.91 is $14.91. What happened? You said something. Wait, someone said something. I don't know about it. Year. Okay. All right. All right. So now you got $14.91. What you're gonna do, and this is how you compound another way compound. You're gonna take that $49.13 and you're gonna subtract the $14 because all you're doing subtracting now is your principal plus your profit. Your 10% profit. Sorry. Oops. Right. So I'm just showing you multiple ways. So 49 minus what 14.91 is $34.22. Right, $34.22. Now this is what you're starting day 2 with. Does everyone get that so far? I know it can get a little confusing, but let me know if you guys follow me so far. Drop a 1 if you're.
We're taking screenshots. Can you just label it as day 2?
Right. So no, I'm gonna do day two for you. But this is the day 1 process, right? So day 1, my risk is 2%. So I got $500 account, I'm risking 2%. So I'm doing a $10 trade. The $10 trade at 70% gives me $17. After I make my $17, my second trade idea, or this could be like on Matty Pips, my second trade is $17 value. I'm aiming for 70%. My goal is $29. After I make my $29, my third trade of the night, oh, sorry, we're going to be precise. Let's be precise, right? My third trade for the night is $28.90 risk at 70%, is $49.13. Now I'm gonna scale my profit because this is my final profit after three trades in the session, right? I'm gonna take 10% off, right? And then it's gonna give me how much because remember, you always want to, that's how you put money to the side. And I'm gonna show you why this works on a bigger account size at like $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000, right? So everything I'm showing you, it may seem small now, but when you do these numbers at $1,000, $150, $200, $300, it makes a huge difference, right? So $49.13 is my profit. I take off 10%, that's $4.91. Now, if this was 4,900, I take off 10%, that's 490, right? So it's all just how you use your numbers. So my initial investment, which was my principal, was $10, plus my 10% profit is $14.91. This is what I'm going to secure my initial, which is my principal, and my 10% profit. So I'm going to take my entire profit from my X factor, which is my principal and 10%, and that leaves me with $34.22. Now you may say, hey, what am I going to do with that $34.22? That's where we come into day 2, because you're going to restart the same cycle over, but what you're doing is you're compounding your account, and now you already got your profit and principal secured, and you're only using partial of your profit. So this process is a little bit slower than the first one, but as you get experience, you can figure out which one works for you more, right? Especially on the different accounts. I'm just showing it to you because as I learned it, I'm like, oh, this is fire. We could really get spicy with this one, right? So let me write these numbers out. So $34.22 at 70%. Right, is what is that? Hold on, let me see, 58.17. Right now at 58.17. So remember these trades. I'm gonna put just trade 1, trade 2, just so y'all can see it. So realistically, I can just copy this, and then I'll just show you how this plugs in over here. So right. So I'm here. I'm gonna do this next number, 5822 at 70% is 98.94. We'll do 98.94 at the same 70% is 168.19. Oh, good looks, bro. Appreciate you. Right. So the day for my profit is what? 168.19. And I'm gonna do my 10%. All right. Always secure that 10%. That's now $16.81, right? Right. So I got $16.81. Now, what am I gonna add this to, guys? Right? What am I gonna add it to? Drop a 1 if you know. You may not know, but drop a 1. Someone drop what I'm gonna add it to. Let me see. Let me see if you guys are really following along with me.
This is exactly where I feel confused.
Right. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
So your principal.
The payout that's coming up.
The principal, yes. So what's my principal amount?
34.22.
Exactly. So you see how you start to recycle your money? Because now your day 3 is gonna look like this, right? So let me just write this out. So now that you did your for day 2, let's say tomorrow, Friday, I took my trade, I risked $34, 70%, I made it, I got $58, right? My second trade, I risked the $58, I got my 70%, I'm almost at $100. My third trade, I risked my $100 at 70%, I basically have $170, right? Now, those are my 3 trades for the day, right? Because this is by day, really slow. Day 1, day 2. It's only been 6 trades for the week so far, right? Now I got $168 profit. I got to take my 10% off. That leaves me with $16.81. But my initial investment for the day was $34.22. So $34.22 plus $16.81, which is our what, guys? Our principal and 10%. That's the combo. Principal plus 10%. Right? What does that give us? That gives us $51.03. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the principal and 10% minus my overall profit to find out what I'm risking for day 3. So what is that? I'll just write it out. So that's 168.19 minus 51.03. That is $117.15. So now we're going to go to day 3. Day 3 is the same thing. I can literally copy this, right? And then just fill in the numbers for day 3. So day 3 now, right, is going to be the same thing, right? I start off with 117.15 at 70% for my first trade. I win that trade. I'm at $199.15. I now put that $199 back into the broker in terms of what I'm going to risk at 70%. I'm now at $338.55. Now I'm going to risk the $338, and this is where the numbers get big, right? I'm going to risk it, and this gives me $575, right, and 54. So let's talk about profit, right? My profit for the day is $575. 54. Right, is it 575? Hold on. 575. 54 at 10% is going to give me $57.55. So now,
so can I ask a question real quick? I'm going to have to hop off because I've got a call I'm facilitating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the 10% off, that stays the same. Is that something that you just decided, or is there like a reason why it's specifically 10%?
It's 10% because what I'm trying to do is every day you trade for the week, if you trade 5 times, you always trying to get 50% of your initial back. So you got, it's like,
Gotcha. Okay.
you're trading. So the first way is how you hyper jump, but this way is like being more, that's why it's elite compounding, being more conservative, but you always want to make sure you secure some money. So if this was a $2,000 account, 10%, those numbers would move really quickly. 10% on 200, that's $200. You're doing that 200 and 300 and 500, that 10% adds up. So you're trying to compound your account, risking your profit, only risking 2% and still saving at the same time. That's how you compound your account to larger numbers. Because look, our account balance is getting bigger, right? And I'm gonna show you how the day 4, day 5, day 6, the numbers, they get a little bit scary. But that's how you're able to compound your account in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, because you're putting bread to the side, you're limiting your risk factor because you're taking less trades, and now you can focus on being highly accurate. And I only do this for a trade setup I like. If I don't like it, or if I'm in a session and I'm not really confident in what the educator may be saying, I'm not going to do it. You can even put this to 1% or 0.5%. All this number, it varies up to you. I just do 2%, but you could do this at 1% or 0.5% or 1/4%. You can actually compound your account 1/4% on live sessions. So when I try out different educators, right? So for example, if I lose my first trade, remember my daily risk is 5%. So as long as I don't hit the 5%, I'm good. If I win the next trade and I make back up what I lost and it's less than 5%, I keep going. If I lose 5%, I close my laptop. That's it. Come back again. If I lose 5% the next day, I close my laptop. Go back the third day. If I lose 25% of my account, I personally have to reevaluate what the hell I'm doing. Right? And that's where you're like, yo, listen, I did my compounding, but I have to make sure, you have to be super disciplined when it comes to this. So 5% is 5%. So if you lose more than 5%, stop trading. And you'll be surprised because you're gonna make more. Just off of these trades, you'll make more than that 5% risk. But 5% of risk is like, yo, I lost 5%, I'm done trading. Right? So for example, if you were to take your daily risk into 5% and you did 1% trades, you could take 5 trades at 1%. That means you'd have to lose all 5 trades for you to hit your daily risk percentage. Now, if you lose all 5 trades, that's a little crazy. That means that's 5 separate trade ideas. 5%. Wait, what the chat say? Okay. Oh, so 5%, that's $25. So if you lose $25, remember, look, you're only risking, if you did, think about it, 1% is $5. So you can change all these numbers and do $5. Well, I mean, of course, understand that might be a drag of patience. But 2% on $500, 10%, someone new can follow this, but they have to follow it to the T. Like your first trade, if you win $17, your second trade has to be $17. If you win, your third trade has to be $28.90. Like you got to follow it to the T. You can't be like, all right, bet I made $28.90, and the next day you start off with $50 on the trade. If you follow it T by T, step by step, the numbers, let me show you what the numbers really get into, right? So we got the 168, right? Oh, sorry, I was changing it. Profit 57, right? So our initial investment for the day was $117.15, right? Plus 57, which is our, right? And what is this added to? It's, hold on. 174.70. So now I'm going to take that 575 that I made in my 3 trades for that day. 575. I'm going to subtract my principal, which covers my 117 start for the day, and I got to take my 10%. I got to pay myself my 10%, right? I'm going to take, which is $174.70. Now, at this point in the compound plan, you are lit by day 4. Because now, what does this leave? You now have $400.83. At this point, you can break this $400 down, right? And you can do it in 10 trades if you want it. But if you stick to the 3-trade system, this is what day 4 looks like. So day 4, you come out swinging. It's like, yo, they put your song on and you like, oh yeah, we outside. We lit. Yeah, it's lit. I'm on day 4, it's lit. Because now you're doing $400, right? Now, granted, if you go do it in one shot, that's where you want to make sure you win. Just remember that. But even if you lose, guess what? You just go back to repeat day 3. Because it's the same numbers, nothing changes. Right? Because if you add up, you'd have to do it to add it up, but your account would be grown. Right? So you got $400 on the trade. 70% comes out to $681.41. Boom. Your next trade, you're doing $681.41 at 70%. That's the big boy numbers. That's 1,158.39. Your third trade, and this is why I say this one's elite compounded, but you have to be completely like on point. 1,158 at 70%. Following the same setup. You've been doing this from day 1. I'm showing you the numbers step by step. I'm telling you it's possible. I know it look crazy. You're like, what? I'm telling you, this shit is possible. So now, let's talk about the profit. Well, for the profit for the day, you made $1,969.20, whatever. I'm taking my 10%. Because now remember, every day you take your 10%, this is 200, 200, 100. Like, yo, you're adding up your 10%. So now I'm showing you, you know what you do with that 10% at the end of the week? For those 5 days, exactly. Nordia said it. You withdraw. Yeah. That's what you do. Yeah. You take it out. Right? So we're gonna talk about that in a sec. Because guys, it ain't your money unless it touches your broker, your bank. If it's not your money. Like, gotta touch your pockets. Right?
So if you only win 2 trades, do you still take 10% profit from your day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Always take your 10%. Your 10% is your bread. Because what people do is they'll get an account from 500 to 2,000, and then they want to take out 1,500. Nah. You take out 10%. That's it. You get to the next level, take out 10%. Because now if you make $20,000, you take out 10%. That's 2,000, and you compound. Because remember, after all, if you follow these numbers, remember your account only started with $500 in reality. So you up a few hundred, actually a few thousand now. So this is all profit, but you're not gonna go overboard and risk $4,000 in one trade until your account's at that level. So here's your next step. So that 10%, $196.92. So what did we start with? We only started with $400.83. Right? Plus $196.92 is our 10%. How much we got? That's $597.75. So now we got that bread. That bread's already secured. So now we saying, yo, what are we gonna start day 5 with, right? So some people are like, well, 1,960. No, you're not gonna do that. we're going to subtract it from the 597. Remember, what you subtract isn't money you lost. It's still in your account. All you're risking now for your next day is 1,371. And I mean, at that point, day 5, I mean, shit. Day
Hey,
5. Day
DP,
5.
I got a question.
What happened?
I said I got a question, DP.
Of course. What's up?
So with these two different compounding systems, you have the elite compounding, and then you have the other one. For that day 4, $400.83. Can we use that divide by 3 or 4 and break it down that way too with using this compound system?
Yep. That's why I showed it to you both ways. It's really all for preference. Because I'm not gonna tell you, yo, you up bread, risk 400 on one trade. But if you want to risk $40 for 10 trades, go ahead. If you want to risk, $50, for 8 trades, go ahead. You want to do 4 $100 trades, go ahead. As long as you follow within that system, you really would take $10 to $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. Because check this out, right? My day 5, and I'm telling you this because I've done it, so I know it works. Day 5, I'm starting off with 1,371. Right at 70%. Oh, I'm gonna need the calculator. That's $2,301.55. My next trade, or my next few trades, have the equivalent to this. That is one second, guys. My bad. All right, bet. So that's 70%. Now we're in big numbers. That's almost, you have 4 bands basically. 3,963.63. My third trade is what? 3,963.63 at 70%. And now that I have it written out, I'll just run it through from front to back too. So hold on, let that load. All right, Pat. So that number is 6. Let's tell you, basically a 6 recs or 7. $6,738.17. Now at this point, start over because I mean, that's going to be some pressure because when you do the math of that, now look, 10%, that's $700, 10%, right? So if you were to write it out and continue this, right? Let me just copy this real quick. Right? So my profit is hold on. 6, 7, 3, 8, 17. My gosh. You'd be super up. You'd lit. At 10 is 673. All right, but yeah. All right, but now we back here. What did we start the day with? $1,371 plus my what? 10%. That is whoo, wee. Mm. Nah, the next day is beastie. Oh no. Sheesh. Sheesh. Wow. So day 6 is, nah, I mean, at that point you just walk. Because that's what you started with day 6. So at that point, you walk. So talk to me, what questions you got? Because I know this shit is wild. Right?
Can you DP show the process, or not want to say the process, but how would you collect, let's say, the 10% for all 5 days and make your withdrawals? You do it weekly or you would do a bi-weekly withdrawal? How will you withdraw your 10%?
I like to withdraw every week. 5 days, 5 sessions type shit. That's 50% type shit. So I like to withdraw every week. 50% at 4 weeks is 200% profit withdrawal. So if I did it like this, right? My profit is 673 plus 196 plus what's that 10%? Oh yeah. Plug in plus that 57 plus 51 plus. Wow. You know what that shit comes up exactly to? Basically, I converted to this $992. So you do that each week. I mean, that number goes up. But if you were just to restart this every week and do that, that's 4,000 for the month trading. You P2000, you get 2,000, 4,000 traded, you at 6,000. P5, 5,000, 4,000, you at 9 racks. P1, 4,000, 1,000, boom. You got some steam at that point, where you can just run the compound plan up.
Do you have it in a PDF form?
I can make it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can make it for you.
Y'all got DP out here spoiling y'all.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I have that since I'm not gonna lie, we'll not get that to you today, but you guys will have that before Monday. So I'll put it in a PDF, a little organize it for y'all. I know it's a little hard to see it through the notes and everything. But nah, I got you guys, man. Like, let's run it up. That should go crazy. Like that shit can go crazy, you know, and I'm looking forward to helping you guys get those results, man. But that shit gets a little sensitive. But Rhonda, I'm gonna pass it over to you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have amazing leadership in front of you. Like, make sure you guys capitalize on that across the board. And I appreciate you guys for taking the time. Sorry, I went a little bit overboard, but you know, like I said, we're gonna get these calls going in twice a month and just really help you guys get to a level where you guys want to get to as well.
Oh, shit. Thank you so much, DP. Thank you for that. Guys, he really broke it down. He made this thing easy for you. He made it make sense. 7's in the chat for DP. Thank yous in the chat. Appreciate it. Love something, right? He's on a whole vacation trip, work trip right now. And he made it time to hop on this call to be able to break that down. Now, understand, if you're using a compound plan that you like and you understand and you got it, by all means, continue with what you have. He's just showing you alternative ways to use your compound plan, right? If you're comfortable with what you got, by all means, just keep doing that. But this is just another way of doing it, a faster way, you know, whatever, however you look at it, it's another way. But at the end of the day, the whole goal is to get to the bag, right? When you came here to make money, and we're showing you multiple ways to make money. So the recording, I think DP has it on his end. I'll make sure he sends it to me before he goes out, because I know he's going out. He's going outside. So I'm gonna make sure he sends that to me tonight, right away, before he gets up from his computer. And I'm gonna pass it back to you guys as soon as I get it. I'm gonna post it in the group. Guys, I hope you learned something today. Have an amazing weekend. We'll see you guys back here on Tuesday for FRX trading, and then Thursday again for HFX trading. And we're going to be using all these compound plans, and I can't wait to see all the results. Go inside. Okay, wait. What you got, DP?
Nah, I hit recording to cloud, so it's your Zoom link.
Okay, I got you. I'll send you the link too.
So yeah, just check your setting before you end the Zoom.
I got you.
All right.
Quick question for the coin